guys! So, in this video, I am doing a first cosplay versus newest cosplay. So, just to start off the bat, this petticoat that I'm going to be using to demonstrate on my dress form is not the right petticoat for either one of these. The petticoat I'm currently wearing is the one that goes to my newest. The one that goes to my oldest cosplay, I can't find. So, for now, I'm just using this one. I did not make this. It is just the cheap Amazon one that's probably too short for both of them. Both of these are my first like handmade cosplays. Or at least this one. It's definitely not my first ever cosplay, but we're just gonna go with it. The character is Mint Chocolate Chip Miku. Here is the figurine that I based it off of. So the first part of this is going to be the shirt part of it. I did not make this. I just bought it off of Amazon. Some brand. I know it's like a medium though. It's a little too small, but oh well. For Mint Chocolate Chip Miku, these are my base layers. So the next thing is the skirt, which is her like brown flowy part of the skirt. I made this. It is technically a Lolita style skirt. I found a really easy tutorial on, not Amazon, on YouTube. And if you look up close, it is very, very roughly sewn, like not finished whatsoever, but, and then bias tape for the hem. But it's super cute for what I needed it for. I want to say I made this cosplay around this time last year, because I was making it for a convention that I didn't even end up going to. So part of this cosplay is this overskirt, which is like a cupcake liner almost. So for the pleated areas, I have super thick interfacing, just flat lined with some teal fabric. I have 4 polymer clay buttons up at the front, which are non-functional. They're just to be like cookie pieces. The waistband in the front is foam, just to keep it standing up. And then the back waistband is just fabric, which I need to tighten up a little bit because it doesn't really fit. The closure on the side, because it is a side opening, is a snap and then Velcro. So it's not really easy to put on, but easier than a back closure for me. Plus, I needed the back to be no closure for the prop. Here is the base of the cosplay. For the base pieces, especially these 2 skirts, I wish I didn't have to put a pleat here. But for what I knew at the time, because this is one of like my second ever sewing project, I think I did a pretty okay job. There's a lot of things I would do differently if I was to make it again now. It's passable. So then for her little brooch that goes here in the middle of her chest, I just made a polymer clay cookie with 2 brooch clips on the back. A little off-centered, but little brooch clip that goes in the middle. I think next I'm going to talk about her wig. From the get-go, I've been styling wigs for a long time. Before I did handmade cosplays, wigs were like my big thing. And yes, this wig has seen better days. This is the base wig. So this, there are 3 different wigs compiled in to make the Miku wig, which it is falling backwards, but you know what, fine. This base wig and the buns are from a racing Miku wig. Of these, the base wig and then the pigtails are made from a Map of Beauty wig. The pigtails I cut really short and then like heated up the ends to do like the little flip curls, basically melting them in place. And then I put a bunch of glitter and a bunch of razzle-dazzle on it. The buns have foam cores to keep them up a little bit better. If you see the bows, she has a lot of bows on her head, just 4. And here are the other 2. All the buns are just made from either fabric, foam and fabric, and polymer clay. Probably the specialist thing about this wig is that she light up, so I can like keep her on and like it's fun. Some of these need to be like bobby pinned back in place because I did steal the bobby pins when I was out of bobby pins, but she looks super cute. Here's some photos of me in this wig. I dropped my phone. Anyway, moving on to the bigger props. For her cupcake, because technically she does have a cupcake, I decided very last minute that I was going to make a lollipop. Because I walk with a cane, and walking with a handheld prop and a cane is hard. But if it's a stick, I can hold it a lot better. So, I made a lollipop. And it still matches her theme, so. The lollipop is that like lollipop hack off TikTok. But instead of just making a normal lollipop, my brand, apparently. And then I just have a bow up front with some polymer clay pieces and the stick. It's like a 4-foot tall lollipop. Probably the biggest part of this cosplay, this is her butt bow. So, for this bow, there is a little wooden U and an understrap that gets strapped on under the skirt and then in the skirt, which this is breaking, so I need to fix it, but for this quick demonstration, it should be fine. The actual bow is made of 10mm foam. It is wrapped in fabric, which I hand stitched all the way around, which you can definitely see the hand stitching, which is kind of ugly. There are tassels made from a different color fabric, same fabric as this middle part right here. All of the clay, or all the middle bits, are made from polymer clay, glitter. These like little frosting drips are glue that leaked out, so frosting drips. And then the brown brown icing that's all the way around, the chocolate drizzle, is acrylic paint mixed with glue and glitter. So this is Miku. It's my first ever handmade cosplay. Made it about this time last year and pretty proud of it. I've competed twice with her, but I have won once in her. And now I'm going to move on to my newest cosplay. Stripped back down to the petticoat, which is very roughly put on. This is Mangle. I have her tights, which are not handmade, but hand altered, so I painted them. I painted a lot onto them, if you can see, like all the way around, on both legs, all the way around, and heavily stained up. Okay, so the next part is her shirt, which is her undershirt. This is her base layer. This was a pair of tights and a black shirt that I bought because I really con crunched this one, so it's not like a technical finished, like fully handmade cosplay, but I sewed on some Velcro on this side and a bunch of snaps and hooks and eyes. Let me put this on my mannequin. Is the dress. So her main dress part, which I will just shut back on the hanger for now just to show you. So this dress is altered. So I bought it from Amazon and I completely altered it to this point. Biggest alteration, there's a whole nother hand on top of it. And the back is cut open. So let me put it on and show you how I made it. Side with the extra arm, my actual hand will go through. And it will turn around and snap down the back. And now this side, this arm will pop through and then this part will just hook an eye on top. Your arm does not go through the actual sleeve. Right here at the side, this part will fold under and this will snap right here. This one is ripped down the front, like has a bunch of rips and fake blood and all of that just thrown on top. Talking about the arm, because I get to talk about that. So this is where my normal arm would be. There are two cuffs right here. My arm would go through the cuffs at both sides and then it will prop it up. The candle is broken because the candle never not stays broken. Oh, the eye also popped off. Nice. But this is just, I seam ripped the side of the dress open and I actually took my Princess Peach glove and fucked it up, essentially. So I just made a fake hand using Sarah Spaceman's video. I put some fake nails on it. I put a lot of wires, which the wires I got for free, which is nice. But I bought the bare minimum. The rest of it I have on hand. This is the apron, or one of two aprons. Apron has a lot of cool detail on it. It has the front bow, which is completely handmade and can pop off and on at will. The front was torn open to give like a solid panel of wires and exoskeletons and things. The whole bottom was tattered up Tail is all. I'm realizing how much this cosplay I did not actually make. The tail I bought from a really, really good seller is the last apron, which again is just bloodied up and tattered and a lot of wires added onto it just to give it a little extra pizzazz. Next will be the extra arm. Yes, I know, another arm. This is just the extra arm that's like tattered up. So inside of this sleeve, which I can push this over a little bit. Inside this sleeve there is an elastic band, and the edge of this just gets slotted in there and then it's on. Is her back spine, which is just this little piece. So if I turn her around, I have all this extra back space open, so I needed to fill it. Is her other arm bracket, which goes on here, so it gets slid underneath the top, and then it gets snapped in place. And surprisingly, all these pieces hold on super well, except when it's extremely hot and the hot glue melts. Next piece is the armband, which goes on this black arm right here. So around here, and then this is where my arm goes in. All of these pieces, like all the extra armature pieces, like these two in the back, this, even the front arm to a certain extent, are all made from EVA foam dowels, paint, and wires, and hot glue and desperation. Second to last piece is my glove. So on this hand with the extra arm, I will have the glove, which I just dropped, and then I will have a bunch of fingers. So these ones just like extend my fingers into claws, essentially. Into claws, and with the black glove it covers everything. Wig. Clearly much taken better care of. This is her wig. So her wig is a Map of Beauty split dye wig. It was half white, half pink, and then I custom colored it with eyeshadow and hairspray. The ears are permanently glued into the wig. I made the ears out of wire and EVA foam, and then cords and stuff. It was curled and did the flip method because I love doing that. Here's some photos of me in it, of course. The big prop. So, this is her head, or her extra head. So, Lil Endo is made out of cardboard, multiple plastic, a little bit of foam, and pin backs, actually. Lights up. He also lights up. He is really cool. I really want to remake him just because I think he's a little stupid looking, but for a second attempt at it, I think it's a really cool design feature. The eye right here is a ping pong ball with multiple plastic around it that is painted. Teeth are multiple plastic. All these like little joints here at the corners are multiple plastic. This piece is foam. Her eyelashes are foam. The rest is cardboard and pin backs. Gone very far with the detail. This one's probably not the best example, but I do have cosplays where I completely handmade everything. It's been a great cosplay journey, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Stay tuned to figure out where I go. I might post more videos of cosplay, who knows, probably not, I don't know, I don't post too often. To see more of my completely handmade cosplays, follow my Instagram and maybe my YouTube. My TikTok is also a great place, all of that will be linked down in the description in my link tree. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!